What's up everyone, welcome back one more time. You know the deal, we play Historic Brawl, and today we are playing with the Geist of Seintracht Azorius Voltron with a little bit of tempo. This is not 100% going tall with Voltron and stuff, but it's a little bit of both, and that makes this deck pretty good. We can start here with a turn 1 Skrelv, and this is a very good turn 1 play because Skrelv can give unblockable to Geist and okay. Alright, yes, that's a very good turn 1 play because it wins you the game. As I was saying, this deck is Voltron and with a little bit of tempo and protection for our creatures. And this hand, I think we can do better than this hand. I will mulligan this. Yeah, this is much better, right? Like Ledger Shredder, Loran, Mole. So, Geist of Seintracht, 3 mana 2/2 that has hexproof, and we need attacks. It makes a 4/4 angel attacking that we have to exile at the end of the combat. As we can play Ledger Shredder here. So what we're trying to do is we play Geist and we take advantage of the hexproof ability. So we load it up with auras, trying to give it flying. Beef it up a little bit, and then it just wins you the game just because it puts so much pressure in the air. And then our tempo plays, like we have Fading Hope, like you can see here. Remove the extra blockers. If our opponent can do something, we try to remove it, and that's the game plan. That's exactly the game plan. So looking good here. Ledger Shredder can help us churn through our deck. Then we can find some creatures like Luminarch Aspirant that can start putting counters on Geist. And some equipment, not many, because they are expensive to equip. Opponent makes a copy of a command tower, but this is an artifact, right? Wow, this is such a blowout. We can destroy that with Loran. Yes, this is so good. Loran effectively stone rains their command tower. That's very good. And then there is Mondrak to double up the token production, which is fantastic. And here we are going to swing with everything, right? Like we put so much pressure. A 3 mana hexproof creature that attacks for 6 is way above the curve. That's the real value of Geist. You play it on turn 3. And in Historic Brawl, the fact that removals are 1/1 makes this card even better, probably, than in Commander. Because everybody's running their 1/1 targeted removal. And Geist really laughs at that. So now we're going to tap here properly to put a Maul of the Skyclave. So now it attacks for 4 in the air with flying. That's amazing. This is very good. So decks like Tulane cannot take a turn off to just cast Tulane anymore, because one turn earlier we just played our commander, which has hexproof, which makes angels in the air, and maybe the turn next we put a Maul of the Skyclave, so we are attacking for 4 or 10. It is very difficult to deal with. So you can see opponents took a turn to play Nylea, which is a very good value enchantment / creature. They can play here Tulane, but that's also investment in their future. A future that they won't even have, because now they play a Captain Everheart, which is a fine card. I love it. And I guess we can knife this out, grow the Shredder just in case. But we have lethal. This is what I mean. This deck punishes decks that need to set up, and there you go. No reach whatsoever, just double checking that there's no reach. But I guess we just attack with these. Well, let's swing with Shredder 2, make a 4/4, and that's GG's. There you have it. Alright, so time for the AI generated card of the day. We have Traft's Blessed Blade, a 4 mana legendary artifact Equipped creature has +2/+2, and whenever this creature attacks, you may tap target creature defending player controls, and then when a spirit or angel enters the battlefield, you may attach Traft's Blessed Blade to that creature if you do draw a card. So very synergistic, of course, with Geist of Traft. That was the idea, how I prompted this card with ChatGPT. And I think this works amazingly. It's really overpowered for a Geist of Traft deck because it does everything that the deck wants. It grows the creature +2/+2, then it taps a defender, and when the angel that Geist makes ETBs, then you can attach these, draw a card, and you can do that repeatedly over turn and turn over again. So what do you think? Is it too overpowered? As a Geist of Traft player, would you run this in your commander deck? I think I am going very in the route of OP cards. I think I should take this down a notch, but yeah, just a fun card, imaginative or creative card as we play versus Geist of Traft. So how do we do with the mirror match? Turn 1 Esper Sentinel is fantastic versus them. So this is the mirror and we are on the play, which is fantastic. An opponent answers with an Esper Sentinel of their own. So I guess here we can make our Sentinel bigger, pay for their Sentinel tax, and swing with Sentinel, but now they have to pay a 2-mana tax to cast their non-creature spells. So we are still ahead. Opponent matches our island and fragment reality. So I guess we draw a card, but we lose our Esper Sentinel. Yeah, not very good, but still. Now we play Geist on curve, and we try to be the aggro here. Not going to play Mox Amber into their Esper Sentinel. We can wait for that. Let's play the Mox Amber. This is for free because we essentially pay for the tax, but we have 1 more mana. And then no more tax for us. So I guess we can Homestead Courage on our Geist. Give it +1/+1 and Vigilance. And we also can give these Flying. Most importantly, when we connect, we are going to venture into the dungeon. So very nice value, and we attack for 7 in the air. You see this? That's what I mean. 3 mana, you're attacking for 6. If you load it up with an aura, then you're attacking for 7. It's way above the curve. You're not supposed to be attacking for so much as early as turn 4, probably. At least in a white-blue deck that you are also able to do other things. I'm not going to play the rune, because I'm going to keep up the spell pierce, of course. Cartouche. They can pay for spell pierce, so I'm not going to do it. So that's what I mean. Like, you are doing things that are way above the curve of what Azorius should be doing. And now that we can even play the Maul of the Skyclaves, I guess we can tap for these. We don't need so much mana. We just need to protect our things with Spell Pierce. We'll be fine. Okay, so a 5/5, so we are attacking for 9. Yikes. Opponent jumps block. Lorna's Escape. I'm going to just counter whatever they try to play here. Oh, they have Spell Pierce of their own? That is so funny. So this gives indestructible, but it's... Oh, Swan Song. Okay. So they don't lose Geist. We don't lose it either. We get a 2/2. I don't think that's a bad trade. So we essentially traded our Spell Pierce for their Lawrence Escape or whatever the protection and their Swan Song, which is a very fine trade for us. Combat Research. When I'm trying to draw cards, might jump with the 2/2 in that case. And Confounding Conundrum. Okay, so 1 mana up for them. But they might be at the... Wow. Okay, Curious Obsession. Do we have lethal here? This doesn't give any power to the creatures. We have 7. We can put Mutabolt. Give it flying. So we can attack in the air for 9 plus the angel. It's 13. They jump the 5/5. They have to jump the 5/5. I think there's a way in which we can make them just block the Geist and jump. So let's go. We have to activate Mutabolt. We can activate Mutabolt, give it flying. We can pay for the Esper Sentinel. Yeah, don't need to give them an extra card. Even though we're going to draw a card, but that's fine. We don't need to play Skrelv either. And then we Curious Obsession the Swan, the bird. So they have to block, they will have to block Geist. Because otherwise if they block the 4/4 they are taking 10. So we are putting them to 1. And then drawing a card from the Curious Obsession. And they lose their Geist. Or not. Okay, so that's fine. We had first strike and then we lose our Geist. But they are down to 1. We draw a card. So how do we close this game? We have Mutavolt. They need another flyer. They need another flyer. That's fine. Because we can activate Mutable. Mutable will still have flying. And they are just swinging. So unless they have Teferi's Protection here. Teferi's Protection saves them. And they scoop it up, they didn't have it. Alright, so they had very good combat tricks, but we were able to close the game. Ladies and gentlemen, we continue to play with the Geist of Sanctraft, and we are doing very, very well with this deck. I played some other games before this, and I'm still yet to lose a game with this deck, which feeling like one of those decks that is going to be at the top. For sure, for sure. Unless the meta adjusts and people start running some ways to deal with it, which in Historic Brawl is not a thing. Like you don't load up your deck with things to respond to a certain commander. So Geist of Sanctraft should be fine, and it's probably going to go. Oh wow, T-Bolt's Trickery. Okay. Oh yes. Thank you very much. That is a very fine trade for us, because we don't lose our guys, goes to the command zone. And we have a Siege Veteran that's going to grow every turn. Oh, well, that's still fine. That's a very good trade. They used 2 cards for our Geist, which we can recast next turn. So what do we do here? Maybe Halvar. This makes use of our mana in the best possible way. And then next turn we can either double spell, like we can kill something and play the Oracle, or we can play Geist. So I think this is one of those situations where you have to ponder mana efficiency. While I would like to play the Oracle and start scrying, the 4/4 is very good. Alright, so here I guess we do what we said. We play. We could Skyclave it, but I much rather have an Oracle on the battlefield. So let's use Fateful Absence. plus Oracle clear the way for an attack with a 4/4. And now we can attack on the air with the Oracle and Scry every turn. And if they recast Ovlar here, then that's going to be so good with Skyglaive. Howling Moon. Sure, that makes 2/2s, right? So I guess it's a window for slamming guys off Sign Draft. Let's Scry Shadow Spear. That's great. We keep it. Because Shadow Spear with the Halvar ability essentially gives double strike to the creature too. We could put Tome here. I'm a little bit worried if an opponent then taps and burns down the house or Storm Wraths. That is something that is going to set us back or even put them on the lead on this game. Sage of Ancient Lore. So this thing grows. It's a 5/5. So it's a 5/5. Power and toughness equal to the number of cards in hand. Sure. So we gotta give flying to our things. We can give flying to Geist. This should be game, right? Flying to Geist. We can make these a 5/5. They get a wolf. And we can put the Shadow Spear on the Halvar. I think this is game because Halvar is giving double strike to the team. And now, oh, this thing with Halvar is really annoying because we cannot submit 0. I just have to pick these and put it exactly here. I never know how to resolve that, but let's try to not mess this up and swing with everything. And if my math is not off, we're going to trample for the victory. Even have a 4/4 in the air. This deck is very, very good. This deck is very impressive. Let's block. Let's attack like this with our blockers. And yeah, that was more than enough. Another victory, yes! Wow, seriously, this deck is so good. And now we're going versus Hajar. So, feels like when we are... Oh wow, what a hand. Feels like when we are on the play, it's very difficult to lose, really. We go first, we're going to keep Ledger Shredder. It's fantastic for us to start Conniving and Curious Obsession on the flyer. Yes, please. So, Hermit or Shredder? Of course, I'm going to play the Ledger Shredder. A card that is good in Legacy. Is going to be OP in Brawl to Ossification. So we don't find the land. We could dig for the land. We can Ossification the Hajar, but I think I want to find the land. So I guess we Curious Obsession on the Shredder. And this might give us a chance. So Shredder triggers. We draw Portable Hole. Wow, this is perfect. So now we Portable Hole the Hajar plus Connive with Shredder. Yeah, synergies. Yeah, and there's the land. Never didn't have it. Wow. This is some serious running that we're going through. And we can discard the Malevolent Hermit, so even we even have card advantage from this. Amazing. Selvala. That is not going to be good enough because we have the Witness Protection and we can also play our commander. Oh, yes. Wow, this deck. All right, let's keep the streak going. We are going through a very good streak of wins, but now we are playing versus the Fairy. Opponent goes first. So, can we win on the draw? This hand is good because we have Mox Amber plus Giada. Recommission can find something from our graveyard if we lose it. Then the Seraph. I think we might want to try this hand. Giada makes the Geist of Saint-Traft Angels better. And then Steel Seraph is a angel, so we can use the Giada mana to cast it if we need to. No need to run the Ember yet. Opponent ramps. There's another Plains, which we need, and we play Giada. Ember. So now we have probably 5 mana. 5-ish mana. Shadow Spear. Opponent leaving 4 mana up. So I guess if they do that, I just go to attacks. See if they want to do something. No. And then I'm not going to offer anything good for them to counter. I'm just going to slam a Shadow Spear. They do have a counter. Alright. And in that case, we just equip here. And pass. No need to run our spells into obvious counter spells. They played a Fairy. Jace. Okay, so that can take down Giada. Yeah, that's a problem. But now they are almost tapped down. Island is good. Island is good. We could go Steel Seraph or we can play Geist. Yeah. Pull this up with the Seraph. Even if they had counter Geist, we could have left it on the graveyard and use Recognition to reanimate it. So we had it sure. And now we have a hexproof creature. They need something very, very good. They mill, and they mill a Cityscape Leveler. Ah, Cyclonic Rift. Annoying. Well, they found something really good. I think we can cast some of our spells back, but they might have a counter. So let's tap like this, play Giada one more time. Let's go probably Geist. Ooh, Resolves. Alright. And then send aside the Geist. Make it a 3/3. The next turn, if Steel Seraphs resolves, then we can give flying to the Geist. Cage Sun. Wow, now they have so much mana. Yeah, look like we have found our Nemesis control matchups. Cosima. What did this do again? I guess the vehicle part is good versus control. Because even if they have removal, a vehicle goes under that. Steel Seraph has to be better. We could play both. We could play the Seraph prototyped and also the vehicle. Right? And that's a good play. I don't want to run the Myria because we might need the Angels. So let's get rid of Jace. Let's give this lifelink. No need to give it flying. And the Angel will attack their face. Wow, it's a 6/6. Thanks to Giada putting the counters. And thanks to the Steel Seraph. Ooh, that's good synergies. And now we do play the Omen Kill. This might give us card advantage, which we desperately need versus them. Cosima is more like a investment. Omen Kill feels like more down to what we need right now. And even though I would like to equip the Shadow Spear, I think we top deck a land, we played the Myria Skull, and that's much, much better. Okay, they're going to look for a spell. They have a lot of mana to work with. Are we taking them down? The control player? Wow, we do. Come on the draw versus Teferi. So we can win versus control on the draw. Exciting news for this deck. Very good. Opponent goes first. We are on the draw once again. This time it's versus Extus. So this deck loads up in tokens and then sacrifice them to cast Extus for a discounted value. Is that good enough to stop us? Opponent goes first. So I think we maul this hand. Yeah, let's maul. Now that's better. Yeah. Okay, so we can play a turn 1 Skrell. Opponent is not conceding, I'm afraid. They do not concede to the turn 1 Skrell. What the hell is going on? Okay, let's give them their first poison as a punishment for not conceding. And now we can ambush them with a Cathar's Commando. So if they play some weird artifact, you can take it down. Winning announcement. That's good enough to take down. Do we care too much about that? I mean, we flash it in, but... yeah, maybe we just attack, right? Like, at least we have to attack first. And then see what we do with the commando. Can even play the guys. You know what? We're going to pressure them. So we give it unblockable from white and smash them for 3, give them another poison counter. Well, maybe we should be more worried about the wedding announcement. I really don't feel like that card is going to be a problem. Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Looking at our commando. They might have a removal here. Eaten alive. Okay. Alright. Stifle. Wow, that can do many things, Stifle, right? Versus them. Maybe not. Okay, so let's tap like this. And I think here I like to play Adeline. Because puts them to the test. With a big creature, they just have small creatures. I guess we can attack like this. Oh, we had... Well, we can do it after declaring attackers, right? Like, we can give it protection from red, because otherwise they have a very good block. So, attack like this, make a 1/1, and then after declaring attacks, we're going to tap, take 2, and give it hexproof from red. I almost forgot to do that. Okay, down to 15 now. We could play Shadow Spear, but I just want to stifle them. Do we stifle the activation here? No. We might be looking at stifling the last chapter trigger. The Kiki Jiki. Alright, they kill our Skrell. That's fine. So now we need to give something, well, some sort of evasion to the Geist. So they don't have good blocks. Chaos Warp, alright. And just a land. Alright, so they removed 2 very good creatures from us. Is that enough to stop us? Skyclave is kind of dead versus their creatures. But we might just use it versus that wedding announcement. Ooh, attracts a Skitterfang. I like these because now we can give it flying to the guys and really keep pressuring them. Yeah. So we get flying to the guys. Attack them for 6. And then we can protect our creatures with Fight as 1. There you go. They're down to 9. And now we can stifle the Fable. We don't want to give them the Kiki Jiki. Alright, so they play their commander, and now we have to sacrifice a creature. So we sacrifice Skitterfang. We can, yeah, and we can deal with their, oh, that's a token. We cannot deal it with Skyclave. Okay, so we need to find something else. Rankle. Oh, now we're in trouble. Now we're in trouble. We take 1,000,000 life, 1,000,000 damage. They make a sack. But what do they sacrifice? Hopefully they sack the 4/7. They should sack Rankle. If they sack the 4/7, then we have a very good target with Skyclave. We discard, at this point we discard Shadow Spear. Oh, they sack their commander. That's great. That's great news. Because now we can go Skyclave Apparition. And even though I would like to have Shadow Spear for the life gain, I think that fight as one is very important to defend our threats. Because now they are in top deck mode. And we have very good threats still. Yeah. Okay, sword. We can sword and equip, but I don't think we can afford to take to... We cannot afford to tap down. We need to hold up the fight as one. So that's alright. We have a very good play. Siege Veteran is fantastic here. So we start putting counters on Skyclave. And ooh, they even have the removal! Wow! Wow. That's pretty cool, huh? We played around that. Okay. So now they go down to 5 and they need to top deck something. Or we win this one. Wow, what a game! Amazing. This deck is amazing. So we reached the end of the video and I have to tell you, I played like 11 games and I went 10-1 with this deck. So I think for my gameplay level, I think that this is a very good deck. Like this should be somewhere close to tier 1 level because it's very rare that I go 10-1 with the deck that I'm playing for the first time. So there's that. And other than that, the deck felt really solid. Like it felt like it crushed people. It wasn't even close in some games. So I'm pretty hyped up about this deck, and it's very fun to play. I think it's a very miserable deck to play against, so beware about this deck on the queue. And other than that, well, if you enjoyed this deck and if you enjoy the commentary, you can subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, leave a like, and we will see each other as usual in a future video.